Welcome to the Dumbfound Dipshits podcast. I am Mike. That is Ryan. We are your dipshits of the evening, and we just were saying how, you were saying how they don't even try to come up with weed names anymore. What do you
Dude,
have?
I'll tell you what, like, I just, like, when I go to the dispensary, to make a short story long,
Shorts.
I go to the dispensary and I just look at all the hybrids and I just say, give me two of each of the pre-rolls just to
I mean,
try. And I make a grab bag. I go home and I have like a bag where I could just shake it up and then I just like grab one out. Right? See, Sour Dub is at least a little bit more creative than what I'm about to tell you.
no,
They're not even trying anymore, dude.
no, sour dub. Can I get a dub of sours? It's
I
like
know but that's still it's weak as far as the name goes. They got to get like the guys who write the headlines for the fucking New York Post to come up with names of weed now, because now this is just called Old Hippie Stash, like it's pretty
old
vanilla.
hippie stash. So
Even vanilla would be more
I
interesting.
have a hot knife, which is to get wax, and then you press the button and it heats it up so it falls into the bong easily. Now it cracked, so
Isn't it more of like a hot scalpel?
yes, but so it broke, so like it's damaged. Now I used Gorilla Glue, like the liquid kind, like crazy glue, to fix it. It didn't last.
Yeah.
It did not last. It broke again.
But what about the fumes from it, like burning against?
It just gets you higher. How can you
You're
complain
just
about that?
smoking fucking like Elmer's glue. You're
Yeah, I
smoking
mean,
fucking Gorilla Glue, dude.
it can't be any worse than the other shit that's in the air. I mean, the sky was orange last week or 2 weeks ago.
They said, I heard that it was the equivalent. If you were outside for the day, like at any point during the day, traveling for a long period of time, it would be like smoking 6 cigarettes. The equivalent of smoking 6 cigarettes.
So, wow,
Which is
that's
is
it.
it
That's not
is
that
it
bad.
is it that bad if you got it? Like, if I haven't smoked a cigarette since
Hi,
2011.
Hiddleston, stunned, stoned. Hiddlestoned is now your name.
Good evening, Hiddlestone. I like Hiddlestone is a little bit more regal sounding, doesn't it? Like sounds like English nobility.
English nobility.
But yeah, I mean, like if you had to deal with that for 3 days, like I haven't smoked a cigarette since 2011, and if somebody was like,
Congratulations.
"You got to smoke 6 cigarettes for the next 3 days each day," I don't think it would really fuck me up that bad in the long run, would it?
No, but I think that's just a comparison. In other words, they don't really fucking know what's in the air from the wildfire. They're assuming. No one's
Listen,
that active in testing it. I think
I've been back to New York since I moved to Florida, and it stinks like fucking weed everywhere. So everybody's smoking six of something across the
six
city.
of something. So the name of the episode is "Mutiny in Russia," but I think the mutiny's over. I think they settled their problem. I think Putin was
48
like,
hours.
but like supposedly, Putin's top people are still not there with him. They're like, yeah, fuck this, we're done with this nonsense. Someone's gonna eventually just kill us because
And I think that they were sort of the ones that started the beef with this guy, the commander of this whole section of the military. And like I guess he felt disenfranchised from the rest of the group, and right, I think he's going into Belarus. Like he's not even staying in Russia now. And they were like, like Putin was like, all right. They were 120 miles outside of Moscow, which is not far. Like when you're traveling by tank, that's another day. You know what I mean? Of straight travel.
So we have, who do you trust more? CBS or CNN?
CBS. I like this. We should make this. We should make this a segment, and we
Who
will
do you trust more?
have a news story, right? We'll have a news story, and then who do you trust more? Like whatever pops up. Do you trust Fox or do you trust Infowars? Who do you trust more?
Who do you trust more?
CNN or ABC?
CNN
Who do
or
you trust more?
ABC? Or CBS, excuse me, or Wall Street Journal, but their videos seemed, I don't know. Yeah, that's the top three right now. It's CNN,
I'll
Wall
watch
Street
the-
Journal, or CBS. Hold on.
CBS. Let's do
Hold on,
CBS
hold on.
first.
Pause for a second,
Okay.
guys. Pause. Hey, dear father of mine, Mr.
Father of mine.
Hey, Dad. Dude,
Tell me what news do you want to watch?
who do you trust more, CNN, Wall Street Journal, or CBS? Wall Street Journal. He goes with Wall Street Journal. See, I like the Wall Street Journal.
I
too.
like the Wall Street Journal too,
I
but
used to read it, but
yeah, it's
So-
2 minutes. It's 2 minutes and 47
Okay.
seconds. So throw it up. Throw the Wall Street up. Let's watch Wall Street Journal.
ooh, an
For
explosion.
less than 24 hours, there was a challenge to Russia's leadership. by a private army who has played a key role in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Here's how it unfolded. Late Friday in Russia, the leader of the Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, claimed that the Russian military killed an enormous amount of his troops in an artillery strike, and that his forces were going to cross in.
I could believe that. I mean, it's probably a shit show, and they don't know who's who and what's what. So of course they probably killed a bunch of his people.
I mean, why would you lie about casualties? But then again, it helped them in this because I think they may have lied about their numbers, saying who is fucking rolling on it.
I mean, if you want to show if you were trying to show a sign of force, this picture is not that. You have like what, 30 guys here? This is not a show of force.
50, about 50, yeah.
I'm pretty sure one Ukrainian with a musket can kill. No, I'm kidding.
To Russia, calling it the March of Justice.
The March of Justice.
Russia responded by issuing an arrest warrant for Prigozhin for.
That's not smart. This guy's been helping you from this whole time, and now he's like, "Hey, you killed some of my troops."
He was up in the upper echelon of the military, and he's got them all loyal to him. Those troops.
What I was also saying earlier to my wife, actually, was it my wife? Someone that it seems more like Russia just has. They don't have like a direct military, so to speak. They have these warlords that are allied with them.
Subcontracted militaries from regions.
It's not going to work out too well.
There's like a military regiment in Georgia. There's one in fucking...
Like by Florida?
No, not that Georgia. The other Georgia.
Oh, the other Georgia. Okay, just making sure.
The Kazamat, Georgia.
Kazamat.
Denying his claims. And a heavy military presence appeared in Moscow. By early Saturday morning, Wagner forces were seen in Rostov, 600 miles south. It's the main logistical hub for Russian forces operating in Ukraine. Prigozhin said that his forces had taken the city.
7 часов 30 минут утра под контролем военные объекты Ростова, в том числе аэродром.
In a televised address, Russian President Vladimir Putin responded and called for his military to stop the revolt.
Защитим и наш народ, и нашу государственность от любых угроз, в том числе от внутреннего предательства.
Residents of Rostov stocked up on gas and cleared grocery store shelves.
It's good to see they react the same way Americans do.
Yes, I was just about to say that it's not too much fucking different than what would be going on here. And I wanted to say something. Every time I see Putin, it's so high resolution, and I know he's the president of Russia, so of course he'd have fantastic cameras on him. Mm-hmm. But it almost looks so high resolution that it looks like it's deep
CGI. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I was because supposedly he's dying of cancer.
I heard he recovered. He gained weight back visibly, but I think it's some sort of an Instagram filter washing him out. Maybe possibly.
Well, yeah, think about
trying to make him look healthier.
It's definitely some shady shit.
Why don't they do that to Joe Biden then and make him look younger or some shit? So no, everybody gets off his case for being
because they don't want him reelected.
Motherfucker.
The left doesn't want him reelected either.
No, but I mean, if I had access to that kind of media, I would request for not makeup, but some sort of.
There's only so much CGI you can do when a guy's falling off his bicycle. And look, the eggs are not in refrigerators.
No, because they go so quick. And the place is probably...
Why. You don't have to refrigerate eggs. In America, they actually remove a protective coating on the eggs to make them look shinier. But that protective coating lets them stay at room temperature even longer.
It preserves them. But I heard this. I heard they started the practice just to prevent any maybe possibly fertilized eggs from hatching.
I don't know why they started, but we'll figure that out later on in the show.
They just kept doing it after they were able to do that to the eggs. They just kept doing it for no reason.
How much is 56 in 57 in Russian money? What's Russian's money?
Rubles.
Meanwhile, Wagner vehicles were on the move.
Just on the tanks on the
along the M4 highway, which goes north.
Hold on. If that was right and the eggs...
Straight to Moscow.
God damn it. Stop it. If that's correct and the eggs are 57 rubles, or 67 rubles...
Rubles.
That means it was 80 cents in American dollars for eggs.
I believe that because we have a problem with agriculture here. We have a problem with the commodities
No, it's our money's worth a lot more than their money, too.
maybe it's that, but I think it's also wasn't there like a fucking chicken shortage and an egg shortage and all sorts of shit that were fucking with the commodities market.
You ready for this? 1 ruble is only worth a penny
Okay.
of the U.S. dollar.
So is this 87,000 rubles or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe it's 50
or 67,000.
If it was 50, hold on. If it was 57,000 rubles, it'd be $64. So it can't be. Maybe it's 570 rubles, which is $6, which makes sense.
You know what I mean by like, you know how like there's like 1,000 lira to every American dollar.
I know. No, that's what I'm saying. So it probably is something
in Italy,
like that.
Where roadblocks began going up.
Oh, he put up
About
roadblocks.
halfway, 300 miles from Moscow, in Voronezh, Russian military helicopters opened fire on them. A warehouse and fuel tanks were destroyed, and Wagner forces reportedly shot down 6 Russian helicopters and...
Jesus, so they actually went to war briefly.
Yeah, you got to understand, he
wasn't playing games. He was not playing games.
He knows the weaknesses. He knows the weaknesses. This guy is a heavy in. He's got pretty much like a small country's military backing him. Like those are the guys that followed him. Now, from what I understand, some of them are going back to
if
to
you're
where
here
they
now, like, subscribe, all 5 of you. Thank you.
Press. We want to see 5 likes. 5 people, 5
We're
likes.
not going to see it because they're probably some of them are on Facebook, some of them on Instagram, some not Instagram.
Oh.
They could be on Facebook. They could be on the Nothing Network.
What
They could be
multi-platform podcast, I guess, right?
Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Facebook pages we broadcast to.
We are like
Stoners United, Stoners World, Stoners United East Coast, the Dumbfounded Dipshits, Nothing Network, and Dumbfounded Dipshits, the actual.
We have multiple personality disorder on Facebook.
Yes.
It's the many faces of dipshits on Facebook.
Yes, many dipshits. So they shot down helicopters.
Gangster.
Wagner forces continued to move north, but by the time they were within 125 miles of Moscow, a deal was reached.
Понимая всю ответственность за то, что будет пролита русская кровь с одной из сторон, мы разворачиваем свои колонны и уходим в обратном направлении в полевые лагеря согласно плану.
The advance was over, brokered by the president of Belarus. According to a Putin spokesman, the charges against Prigozhin will be dropped and he will move to the neighboring country, ending an armed confrontation that lasted less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours or less than 48 hours? I thought it was 2 days.
He said 24 hours, but here's the thing.
The advance was 24 hours, but the rebellion was like 2 days or something.
Think of this guy who isn't the president of Russia.
Right.
He's just a guy. Not just a guy, but he's a big figure. But he almost marched his way to fucking Moscow.
And he had them cheering for him when they were leaving. They were like sort of cheering them.
Now I'm curious to see how CNN reports this.
Oh, yes. You gotta have
multiple.
Like
ooh, we got some footage. Shots fired.
A weekend of
no,
chaos and drama in Russia. Mercenaries declared a mutiny and then called it off in under 24 hours. Yevgeny Prigozhin issued a call for rebellion. The head of the Wagner mercenary group, accusing top Russian military commanders of gross mismanagement of the...
So you know what happened, right? He said, hey, Putin, we're doing a lot of shit for you. I'm going to say you killed a bunch of our people unless you give us more money.
I mean, do you think he lied about the casualties?
Maybe, maybe not, but it could have been the tip of the iceberg, or what? Not the tip of the feather that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Look, now I'm losing my people because your dumbasses are shooting missiles at my people by accident." So people fucked up.
Right.
So now give me more money. And Putin's like, "I'm not giving you more money. Go kill some Ukrainians first." And he's like, "No, I want more money. We're gonna march to Moscow and take it." And they started marching to Moscow, and then Putin's like, "Oh shit! All right, give him more money."
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. This is like, do you come back to this?
It cuts a deal. Well, Putin. Okay, a lot of people say Putin was the most powerful person in that country, but I think
there's an oligarchy. There's a whole bunch of people.
There's a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, who hold him up, and listen. If you have 20 people holding you up, 20 people could let go and drop you. You know what I mean? So
true.
you know, like, and this is sort of proof that he doesn't have the loyalty of everybody in the country.
No, it's not like, yeah, exactly.
And he has, it's so very much like the United States of America. There's a president sitting in Russia who doesn't have the backing of 100% of his people, or I mean, at least over 50% of his people. So like, it's pretty much the same as like what would go on here. Like, you know, like you had fucking Bush in office, and half the country didn't want to be in Iraq or Afghanistan, and the other half of the country did.
You didn't support Iraq and Afghanistan?
I was like,
they
at
got
the
us,
time,
bro. They got us.
Do you know what?
9/11. Never
no,
forget.
I know, but do you know?
They were totally the ones responsible. Nobody else. Just them.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of shadiness, you know, one way or the other.
There's
like
no sarcasm in my voice at all.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it could have gone a whole bunch of different ways, and I think most of the ways were pretty shady, you know. But I'm just saying, like, at the time, you had half the country was down with being in Iraq and in Afghanistan, the other half the country wasn't, but nobody was trying to march on fucking Washington and take down the government. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem right there. Is they should have been marching on. Never mind. I'm kidding. Kidding. Let's just watch this video. Let's move on. Thank you.
Or in Ukraine. Then Prigozhin released video of an alleged Russian airstrike on a Wagner camp in Ukraine, demanding revenge. Russia's defense ministry denied the attack, and soon Russia's top prosecutor announced criminal charges against Prigozhin. Then, in the early hours of Saturday, Prigozhin followed through on his threats, sending his fighters across the border from Ukraine back into Russia. Footage surfaced at dawn showing Wagner fighters surrounding the military headquarters in the southern Russian city of Rostov. Some locals stood nearby, watching.
They're all in t-shirts.
I mean, it's pretty cash. I mean, what do you mean, the weather?
Yeah.
It's summertime there, dude. They get summertime the same time we do.
I understand it's summertime, but it's summertime in a cold area is still pretty cold. But to them, 50 degrees is going to be hot. Probably.
Dude, heat waves in Minnesota in fucking June and July, dude. They get to in the 90s in like Canada
what
and
cities
Minnesota.
did they say they were in?
Halfway to Moscow. I don't know.
He said it. He said
back into Russia. Footage surfaced at dawn showing Wagner fighters surrounding the military headquarters in the southern Russian city of Rostov.
How you spell
Rostov. 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 Sounds like a rust remover, right? Like this. You use this on.
Okay, let's see. The current temperature there is. Oh wow. Wow. It was a high of 84 today.
Yes, and the thing is, they get this weather for maybe 3 months, and then the rest of the year it's fucking cold.
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, sort of like, I mean, like, listen, it's like New York is just like a mild version of that.
Well, this also isn't very north. This is, they said, the southernmost part of.
Yeah.
So. Oh boy.
Some locals stood nearby, watching.
I would not be out in the street if they're
At around
tanks in the street.
7:30 a.m., Prigozhin was then shown dressing down
bit.
senior Russian military leaders and issuing demands.
Again, we came here. We want to receive the Chief of General Staff and Shoigu. Until they show up, we are located here, blockading the city of Rostov, and we'll go to Moscow.
So,
video shows columns of Wagner troops heading
saying
north towards the capital.
Like he's just outright saying it with cameras. Like he's saying what he's going to do with cameras. It's pretty arrogant. You know what I mean? But all that does is show that like he's being allowed to fucking take the city over. And I think they would have.
Well, they weren't. They clearly weren't fighting back. He surrounded a military building, and they weren't. You know.
Yeah.
Claiming control.
I wonder what this all turns out to. Like what
money?
Like, yeah, right. At the end of it all.
Mm-hmm. But you think Putin takes him out eventually?
Listen,
like once everything gets settled, just like you know.
If Putin's around and then he lasts like another 3 to 5 years, maybe, but I don't think so. Because I think there's probably plenty of people on the inside that like this dude.
So far, CNN's actually been better than CBS.
A little more thorough.
Wall Street Journal, whatever it was.
installations in the Voronezh region. Footage later showed at least one Russian helicopter narrowly avoiding a missile.
Whoa.
К личному составу вооруженных сил.
At 10 a.m. Moscow time, Russian President Vladimir Putin made a televised address to the nation, calling the rebellion a stab in the back.
All those who deliberately chose the path of treachery, who prepared an armed mutiny, who chose the path of blackmail and terrorist methods will face inevitable punishment and will answer both to the law and to our people.
So I guess there's
Kremlin
not a real deal. Maybe they're letting him pass into Belarus, but there's not really a deal.
What, you think the president of Belarus was like, bro, they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out and get out of there
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
oh, sorry, bro. Gotta go. I'm out. Sorry about that. My bad.
In short, yeah. Definitely what happened.
Counter-terrorism measures, tightening security in Moscow. But by Saturday night, suddenly a Kremlin reversal. Putin's spokesman announced a deal.
Поэтому, понимая
Prigozhin released an audio message saying his troops would turn around and go back to field camps to avoid shedding Russian blood. Supporters chanted Wagner as fighters drove out of Rostov,
Interesting.
giving Prigozhin handshakes as he left in this SUV.
Very interesting.
The Kremlin says it's dropped charges and Prigozhin will go to Belarus, while promising his fighters contracts with the Russian military. For now, a crisis apparently averted. But this very public betrayal and the mercenaries' short but unimpeded march on Moscow reveals deep weakness at the heart of the Putin regime. Ivan Watson, CNN.
CNN was actually slightly better.
Interesting.
And for those
Oh,
out there watching us, yes, that is Grey's Anatomy you hear in the background. Just saying.
I fall asleep to it. I fall asleep to it every night.
Do you really? Or are you trying to quote me?
I'm trying to.
I've been falling asleep to X-Files every night.
Dude, let me tell you something. When that was like on rerun that used to play again at 11 o'clock at night, I would put it on and go to sleep. Like,
Well, it's on. I think it's on Hulu right now, or is it? No, I think it's Hulu.
well, I'm saying when it was still on Fox.
Well,
They
I
used to
watched
play
it. I
reruns at
watched
night.
it live. My mother was a big fan of that show.
I love that show. That's sort of what got me into like, like conspiracy theories and fucking,
Well, yeah.
and all the interesting shit.
We gotta bring back Conspiracy Hour with Coase.
Yeah, I'm down to do a fucking
But there's nothing good anymore. Like,
because
all
everything's
the-
out. Everything's out in the open.
It's
No,
not even
it's-
not even that. But like, there used to be cool conspiracies, like 9/11 was an inside job, or.
But that got played out. Like, now it's like, obviously it was an inside job. Like, everybody knows.
But like, then after the new one was the QAnon shit, and it's like, listen, I'm a conspiracy guy, yeah, sure, maybe
I'm
sometimes,
sorry.
but this is fucking stupid.
Q was the funniest of them all, though.
It is fucking stupid. We gotta do a
Q?
complete episode on a breakdown of QAnon, even though
We
it's a
did.
documentary.
Didn't we do a Q episode?
Yeah,
We
but
did
that
a
was
whole
so
episode
long
of
ago
Q.
on another channel.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
just,
true.
it was so, like, it really catered to the people that don't. I don't want to say don't have a brain because that's kind of mean, but like,
Or whose brain is askew.
yes, like, I fell into the deep end of what was it? Besides 9/11, what was well, UFOs, of course, like
Yeah,
Area
well, that's
51 or S3.
UFOs are really like the most common one that everybody bonds over.
But like,
You
hold
know
on.
what I mean?
I try to watch like 2 QAnon things, and I'm like, this is stupid. You found it on 4chan, guys. Oh, but it's a secret CIA drop. A secret CIA drop, and they're gonna use 4chan.
I mean, listen, Flat Earth is more riveting of an argument than Q. I mean, as far as like what they have it to base on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at
100%.
least like flat earthers are like, well,
Wait,
oh no,
I didn't hear what you said. No, I disagree. You're talking about flat earthers. I dazed off for a second. No, they don't have any argument either.
No,
Earth has
at least their argument is us. There being no evidence is evidence, and that's whole. They're like,
there
where's
is-
the evidence? that's evidence that the Earth is flat. And it's like the Q people are like, fucking JFK Jr. is gonna come back from the dead. He's Jesus. Like Trump is gonna ascend to heaven.
I
Like they
remember.
believe all
No,
this
no, no.
crazy shit, dude.
No, not the heaven thing. Come on. This is there was a channel that was taken down because all the QAnon stuff was taken down eventually from scrubbed off of YouTube, thank God. But I used to watch it because once again, why not listen? Like I'm not gonna believe it, but I'm listening. I'm
It
like,
was
wow.
entertaining as fuck.
I'm like,
dude.
okay,
These
that's
people.
not quite right. And that's not quite. So this girl, or was it a guy? Or was it both? It was two people actually. I don't know. Who knows?
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Whoever
anyway.
they were.
Whatever they were going into detail about like there's secret bunkers underground under every airport or near airports that Trump is using to rescue children and secretly arrest pedophiles, because he has to secretly arrest them so the other pedophiles don't know they're coming.
There are airports that do have underground,
Colorado
like sort
Airport.
of.
I forgot
Yes.
what it's called. Denver is
And-
it Denver Airport?
The one in Denver, and then I think there's another one too. Like I think DC has some sort of like a maintenance system underneath. And
Well, yeah. If the world's gonna come to an end and we're gonna get nuked, all the rich people are perfectly okay.
I think Denver's an actual bunker, though. I think that's a bunker.
Hold on.
Like
I love this
like
show
a nuke bunker.
because we just have topics we're going to touch on, and then I'm not going to that video now. I'm going to a different video.
You're like, is Russia conspiracy theory? Not really. It's really happening. Like it's like, but what's going on with it could be conspiracy. Do you think this whole war in Russia is set up? Because that's another one. See, that's what's going on now. Is what everybody speculates is happening with Ukraine and Russia.
Wow,
And-
YouTube really did get like all the conspiracy stuff is gone. I can't find it.
Thanks to Alex Jones.
Yeah,
It
thanks,
all
Alex
got-
Jones.
Thanks, Alex.
That's why we can't. Have
Yeah,
Alex
had
Jones,
to
Alex
talk.
Jones.
Had to talk about the school shooting. Had to do that because if he didn't, if Alex Jones didn't get into the whole what was it, Connecticut? What was it, Sandy Hook?
Sandy Hook, yes, in
Sandy
Connecticut.
Hook, and yeah, and the other one, the Parkland. Like if he never, then he would have still had like a lot of his.
See,
shit
I fell down that
still
rabbit
done.
hole too. I fell down that rabbit hole really deep.
The fake school shooting.
No, I never thought it was fake. I never thought it was, kids
No,
were fucking
that
murdered.
was the rabbit hole. I don't think any of them were fake. Let me just put that on the record. I'm just saying, like that was the conspiracy theory.
Well, no,
was
that
they were
came
staged.
later on though. Like in real time, in live time, while it was happening, and they were trying to figure things out, and of course the conspiracy people also watching the news trying to figure things out. People don't realize that the news is not interested in the truth. It's interested in news. It's interested in headlines. So it wants to be the first one to get the news out. It wants to be the first one for the story to break.
Of course, that's
So-
the business. Yeah,
so-
they need. Otherwise, they don't get.
The
They don't
original,
get sponsors.
the conspiracy started because the original report that they arrested 3 suspects, which there was only 1 suspect.
in fatigues. They men in fatigues.
Yes,
they said that were walking
they saw
around.
running away from the building.
Yeah,
Men in fatigues
in
running
the
away from the building.
in the forest. Yes.
Yes, which got arrested. They got arrested, and
Yeah.
you see them in handcuffs being pulled away, and it's like, oh my god, it's a conspiracy because they never told us who they were. I'm like, what? There's an active shooter.
You know
They're
what the
arresting everyone in the area. The
Can I
guy
ask you a question?
It could
Mike?
have been. Hold on. It could have been the janitor running into the woods because he heard guns popping off. You don't even know, but you're assuming
Yeah.
that's another shooter, and it's all a big secret and a whole big
And I
conspiracy.
think it all turned out to be just one guy in a black T-shirt, and he had cargo pants on, and he wasn't in any paramilitary gear at all. Like it just
No,
turned out to
I-
just be one dude. But anyway,
His mother never worked in the school. He just picked a random school.
He
Apparently,
just picked a random school. He just walked up to whatever in Sandy Hook. He just walked to
Yes.
some random school.
Yeah.
Now the question is for you: when was the first time you heard of that being a conspiracy theory? Like, because I
Sandy
didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that until.
So, I used to run.
It was like right before Alex Jones got in trouble for it, which was a while later, and I feel like it was like almost 2 years after the actual incident. You know what I
So-
mean? That I heard that it was. Like, did you hear anything
So-
sooner or after?
So I used to run a conspiracy website. Not really a website. It's like when Facebook first made pages a thing, I opened a page called The Truth Status, me and someone else.
Yeah.
And it was a conspiracy page. But it wasn't like Flat Earth, because, I don't believe the Earth is flat. It was just like things that were true, like Operation Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
or a project.
Like the CIA
Blue Book,
cocaine shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was real stuff. And when Sandy Hook happened, I was watching that in real time. So, like, I watched the conspiracies happen in real time. Like, there was a really good one it was supposedly 4 reporters. And they talk about all the inconsistencies with the way it was reported. So some things that don't make sense. And they're like, we're not saying there's more than one active shooter, but this guy was arrested. He was running in the woods with camo and he got arrested. Why didn't you tell us who he was? And if it wasn't important, just say, oh, it was the janitor running away. But they didn't tell us. And then also there was a report where, like, oh, look, here's police officers finding an AR-15 in the trunk, an assault rifle in the trunk. And you physically in camera see the cop take it out, flip it upside down, check the barrel. It's a fucking shotgun. He's like, why are they sitting there saying it's AR-15? They don't care about the truth. It was a shotgun. You're blaming a rifle that everyone keeps blaming for these kinds of shootings. I lost your audio. We lost your audio. There we go.
You hear me? Yeah?
Yes, I
yeah,
do.
okay. What happened was I moved the microphone and then I fucking must have. But like what happened was several news agencies separately bumbled the reports.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
watched that happen.
Nothing lined up.
But like the idea that these are crisis actors and none of this really happened and it's all acting is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I think that is like, I mean, the thing is, being allowed to believe, like, I think it's preposterous, right? Like, that's really throwing a long one out there. But I don't think that somebody is not allowed to believe whatever the fuck they want to believe. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a crazy person and believe whatever the fuck you want.
No, I hate that. I fucking
Why?
hate that.
You don't think crazy people are allowed to be crazy? Just don't listen to them?
The whole theory behind I'm entitled to my beliefs annoys me because you're allowed to believe what you want, but do that in your house on your own free time where it's private. If you're preaching your beliefs or talking about your beliefs to other people, you have a problem. And you're going to run into a problem.
It becomes a compulsion. Some of those people are fucking compulsive.
A lot of times your beliefs might not line up with the facts. And then when someone comes at you with facts, you suffer from cognitive dissonance. Dissonance,
yeah.
And you kind of get triggered. I don't.
And then you're triggered to battle, like in an argument, to where it's like, But the thing is, like, I just ignore. Like, if somebody's saying something and I personally think it's like mental, like, I just ignore it. I mean, and usually, like, there's this, right? You ever see that the TV miniseries Merlin that was on NBC back in the 90s?
I don't want to say yes, but the answer is yes.
Okay. At the very end of it, how they defeat the evil Queen Mab was everybody turned their back on her and forgot her. And when you ignore and forget somebody, they lose their power. You know what I mean? So she couldn't cast her magic on anybody if nobody started believing in her. And I guess that was like sort of like an analogy of Christianity taking over paganism in that region.
Yeah, if you don't believe it, it's not going to affect you.
Yeah.
But isn't that also like Freddy Krueger? Isn't it like, no, was it Freddy?
Which
episode movie was that? Was that in a movie?
5? Was it 5? Nightmare on Elm Street with the baby Freddy's kid was born at the end of it or some shit. And you had to forget who I can't remember. Anyway. But either way. Conspiracy theories are fun though because it gets people chatting. Like interesting people. You know, like crazies. Crazies are interesting.
Some of them are fun, like I can't think of a fun one. This one was a true one that was fun. The true one where they the LSD experiment where they they dosed guys who were going to see hookers with LSD without telling them.
Yes.
The CIA set up a two-way mirror in a hotel room and hired prostitutes or escorts, whatever the appropriate term is for working ladies,
to try to get information,
get their johns into this room, and then unknowingly dose them with LSD
and get them
to talk and sleep with them. And the CIA was sitting in a room taking notes. This is real.
In the 1950s, they really did that. And they obviously everybody hears about it on on all the other conspiracy theory podcasts that are true, that there were clinics in fucking in you know, and then there was a clinic, a famous one on Haight and Ashbury in San Francisco that I guess, you know, like certain infamous people were involved with. You know, Charles Manson. They doped him up with LSD.
Well, I was just gonna say it was what was it? Operation Midnight Climax, which was a break off of MK Ultra. It was all part of MK Ultra. And then Charles Manson was a part of MK Ultra. So there's one of the paranormal shows I watched talks about synchronicities, and these are things that are just so
too coincidental.
Yeah, ironically coincidental. Like
was it Jim Morrison's father involved in some shit?
I believe
too?
so. Yeah, he was involved in MK Ultra, I believe.
In MK Ultra also, right? Isn't that like crazy? Like,
how did we get to MK Ultra?
Because of conspiracy theories.
We were talking about countries being invaded.
We're keep. What the CIA invades countries, don't they? Like, don't you think like the CIA is involved somewhat in what's going on in the Ukraine?
So there's a documentary called, no, I can't think of the name of it. It's called Jesus fucking Christ. I've seen it 100 times. There's 3 of them.
That's my favorite documentary. Jesus fucking Christ. I think seen it 1,000 times.
Shit's gonna drive me nuts. Fuck. But like the third one talks about how the CIA is responsible for so many issues in so many countries. Like South America's a mess because of the CIA.
Because of the many different.
Like if we don't want to go to war, if we don't want to go to actual war with a country, we don't want to go to war with the country. We send the CIA to start a revolution.
Crack epidemic is the CIA.
And we've done it 100 times. Zeitgeist is the name of the documentary.
Zeitgeist, yes.
Zeitgeist. There's 3 of them or 4 of them.
Yes, but the first one was
9/11. The first one was 9/11 and some other weird shit.
That one really brought conspiracy theorists together. The first Zeitgeist.
Yeah. Well, I like how the one that talks, and the second one I think talks about, the first one's religion, and it talks about Christianity is based off of, basically it's other religion that existed far before Christianity, and it's basically worshiping the sun, and the names all match up and everything matches up.
That's where the halo comes from.
But people forget that religion was created by man.
All religion is created by man.
So I got a message. You gotta lower your mic some more. I can't talk.
I gotta lower it more.
It's peaking a little bit. Just talk. Go blah 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 blah. Talk.
Blah 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 blah. Good.
Is that good? Let me know, everyone.
Could you hear me from here, Michael?
Yeah. Yes, I can. And
yes, you can. Can you hear me from here, Michael?
Don't ever call me Michael.
Michael, maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots.
You know what? Yeah, that's why I don't like Michael. That's what the first thing that I think.
Yeah,
great movie.
Classic, Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys. I couldn't think of the name. Did you ever see the second one?
No.
You don't ever watch it.
It was recent, right? Like maybe 8 years ago or something like that.
If you watch it, don't ever watch it.
I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? It's really like 1 out of 3, sequels of ancient ass movies. Like, will I indulge in?
What's the greatest sequel of all time?
Oh well, Empire Strikes Back.
Fuck out of here.
It's the greatest sequel of all time.
Fuck out of here.
Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
That's it.
It's the second. It's the second.
See, I think that's my first because the reason why everyone thinks Empire Strikes Back is the best sequel is because it's a far superior movie than any other fucking Star Wars movie, in my opinion. Especially the original, say 6.
Standalone, it's really good. Hey, listen, a lot of people, for action movies at least, don't give Die Hard with a Vengeance enough credit I saw
Die Hard with a Vengeance in theaters with that dude.
Me too.
And when it came out,
I went
it was a great movie.
Yeah, that was a fantastic movie. I loved it. I actually, at the time, and I was still am, huge Christmas movie fan, and Die Hard as a Christmas movie fan.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, and I think, honestly, we should really piss people off and have that as our Christmas episode this year.
Yeah, but what's your favorite Christmas movie? Is it Die Hard with a Vengeance?
No, Die Hard with a Vengeance takes place in the summer.
No, sorry, not with a Vengeance. The first one, I mean, Die Hard. Is that your favorite Christmas movie?
No, Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie.
I'm not a big Home Alone fan.
Die Hard is up there. It's in top 3. It's in the top 3.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Saves fucking
Christmas. That's a good one. I like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's
I like
another
that
great
a lot
one.
too. Shitter's Full.
That's another
Shit
great
is
one.
full. Shit
He
is full, bro.
he doesn't he blow out the power of the whole block because of his lights?
Dude, the lights, everything,
The
all that
squirrel on the
shit.
tree.
The dead cat getting electrocuted by the fucking Christmas lights. The whole fucking movie is hilarious. Him on the toboggan, and he fucking.
See, we planned for this episode, and we were going to talk about, as you can see in the background, the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan, and we didn't even go near it yet. And full disclosure, once again, this is called the Dumb Pound of the Dipshits, so everything we say is probably not true. So by that definition, the Earth is actually flat. We're wrong. It's not round. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know. What are you doing?
Explosions.
All right,
There's a war going on the other side of the world. Anyway.
It's still going on, and no one really talks about it as much anymore.
Listen, the thing is, a lot of history in history class are like, there's a whole section on Russian wars. You know, like there was a huge fucking conflict, I guess, in the 1800s over Crimea. That a lot of people fucking died. Like during the Civil War, I think there was a war in Crimea that killed a lot of people. They had World War II. They were invaded by the Nazis. Russia, the Soviet Union,
a lot of people died.
Ukraine, a lot of people fucking died. They were invaded by the Mongols. I think you pulled up something with the Mongols, didn't you?
That's what. Hold on. Oh yeah, we could watch that instead.
Let's just put it this way: the Russians.
Hold on, looks like there's gonna be an ad. Are we getting added?
This episode is
no,
brought.
it's not. Okay, it's not an ad.
So
it is an ad, but it's not an actual ad. Sorry, interrupting 500 times.
Well, the Russians and the Ukrainians and all those Central Asian the people of the Central Asian steppes, the steppes, like the steppe countries, like the stands, they were invaded by the Mongols, and you know, like I think the further the Mongols got, I think the worse they fought. So the Russians got fucked up by the Mongols. Sometime around.
Does anyone understand what he actually just said? What'd you say?
I think the Russians had been fucked up, and they've had a history of being invaded. And
the Mongols would invade everybody and fuck up everything.
And they got fucked by them. They got fucked by the Mongols. I mean, the Mongols fucked everybody up to Turkey.
Khan, dropped the world population big time. Didn't he kill millions of people?
10% of the world population. 1 out of 10 people were killed by Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
During his reign.
Yes, so of course he invaded Russia a couple of times. He killed fucking 10% of the world population.
He fucking went through.
And didn't he also bang a shitload of women? So a lot of people in the world are related to Genghis Khan somehow.
There is, I believe, 1%, which is still a lot of people, of the genealogy in Asia and Central Asia, you know, is of Genghis Khan's descent. So 1% of the people, and that's a lot of people because I think that's 3 billion people.
It's estimated right now that he has 16 million descendants.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
16 million direct descendants. He might have more than that. There might be way more. That name, traveled to a lot of countries.
I mean, they wouldn't even take his name necessarily if he just raped you. It's like, I got raped, I'm taking his name.
You almost had no choice. If the boy survived.
It's not funny. It
was just what was going on back then.
That's not what I'm saying. No, it's not beyond it. Oh, yes, rape. Yes, that's what was going on back then. Yes, it was horrible.
The Mongols were raping. They were raping.
It was horrible.
There was a lot of rape happening with the Mongols.
Okay, can we stop saying the word rape?
It's history. It happened.
Okay, so
this isn't alleged rape. This isn't
oh my god,
an episode of SVU. This is what there's.
Do you remember when we did the episode, the history of the word cunt, and we just kept saying the word cunt because it's the history of the word cunt, and we were going on and on about all the times, and we didn't realize the word cunt came from an Indian god called Kunta-Lewis or something.
Oh, Kuntazula,
something like that, and that's how the word cunt formed because she was a female god. So stop being a cunt. Well, stop being that guy. That's not really an insult. You're calling
it became a pejorative because it was they hated the god.
Why?
I don't know. Because she was a cunt, maybe. We may have done that too. I feel like we did. Yeah, we did do the cunt, rape, cunt, rape, cunt, rape.
Jesus.
All right, got it out of my
I don't
system.
even want to say because it's Pride Month. I don't even want to say the other episode we did with the specialty of something and mash.
Bangers?
Yeah, but it was what they call it.
Oh, I remember.
See, it was much easier to do that episode when I had a British person on the show with me, a British female,
Because
a British.
so
yes.
because you know, like you have a little bit of inclusivity, like
Well, because they would actually eat this because it's a type of a meatball. So like I'm not comfortable saying it because there's no British person on the show currently.
so. Then what's the resemblance between a cigarette, a bushel of sticks, and a meatball?
I don't think that was ever a thing. A cigarette is maybe it was, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was
sure cigarettes were called that too.
I think it's the three-letter word that I can't say right now because it's Pride Month. But once Pride Month's over, I can say it freely. But it's Pride Month, so I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay. But we know the word, Mike. We get it.
It's on the screen. But it's a dish, and it's actually quite a delicious dish, I might add. I've had that before. It was pretty good. Unfortunately,
Awesome.
the bar that was an Irish pub that made it is no longer available. Not because it closed
Were
down.
they canceled? I'm pretty sure
not
they
because
were
of that.
calling it
Not
that.
because of that. That's not why they're
I'm
not.
sure they, a lot of
Apparently-
people complained about the menu.
Apparently, they were operating without a liquor license for quite some time, and that's a problem. It's pretty problematic when you're a bar in Astoria.
Yeah.
You know.
That happened to a lot of restaurants get shut down for that shit. They lose their liquor license out of nowhere and then they shut them down.
Well, what happened was they bought the bar from somebody else, and somebody else was like, "Okay, let's file and transfer the liquor license." So they did. They filed all the paperwork, and they never got anything back in the mail. And they're like, "Okay, well, I guess it takes time to process." But it turns out when they filed it, the guy never had one to begin with. So when he sold them his, he didn't actually have one.
He lied.
Yeah. Well.
It's fucked up.
So the Mongols invade Ukraine.
To you by the monthly wine subscription
This is
service
not,
Bright Sellers.
a
Stick around
sponsor
until
of
the end
ours,
to
so
learn
fuck
about a
them and
special
don't-
offer
don't
for all
do it.
History Dose viewers.
Don't do it.
I personally don't drink wine.
History dose. Have you seen any of these?
The same year, for our sins, unknown
I
tribes came.
started this one.
God alone knows who
You
they
did see this
are
one?
and whence they came. The armored soldiers grow weary as they hunt the strange forces that first gave them battle
I'm already
1 week
bored.
ago. It had been refugees from the steppe who first warned of the invaders, beseeched the quarreling princes of the Kievan Rus to raise their armies together against a great godless horde. Now, at the banks of the Kalka
I like
River,
this guy's narrative. This guy narrates.
It's a little
the
too epic
godless
for our show,
horde.
though. It's like too epic for our show. We're dipshits.
It pumps
right?
me up, though, but it
Yeah,
pumps
but
me up. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to watch. He narrates it like it's 300. Like that scene, the slow-mo scenes in 300 where you
Full
hear like the
disclosure,
narrator.
that movie does not get enough credit. That movie was fucking awesome.
The comic book is fucking. Frank Miller is
Yeah,
awesome.
Frank Miller's fucking awesome. Just like Sin City is fucking awesome. But
My favorite. Well, my favorite comic book character of all time is Wolverine, right? And Frank Miller did a short run in the early 1980s. It might even be like 1980, 1981 of the Wolverine. It was Wolverine's first solo comic, and I think it's only 5 issues or 10 issues, and it's about Wolverine going to Japan.
yes,
And it's fucking. And
I have
the panels.
a few of them.
The panels move very much like 300 or like the Watchmen.
He's not paying attention, but he has them, or I have them, and I don't know. They're somewhere. Isn't that? It's like the history of how he learned how to fight.
How he learned how to be such a good fighter.
Yeah.
Because he was just a brute before that who could heal real quick.
Yeah. And then,
but he
full
didn't know the
disclosure,
ninja
doesn't he
skills.
fall in love and she gets killed?
And then he does end up marrying a Japanese lady later on. He stays he goes back and forth to Japan. And then there's some place, a fictitious place in Southeast Asia called Madripoor that he was hanging out in during World War II. They made up, you know how like they made Latveria up for Doctor Doom? Like they made up a country where him and Captain America during World War II fight Japanese and stuff like that. And it's interesting.
Did they fight Nazis too?
and spies, and he had one eye. Like Wolverine couldn't heal his eye, so he had an eye patch, and they called him Patch.
I
In the
remember that
1940s.
actually. I'm fucking stoned.
He would do
Holding
flashbacks
aloft
all
their
the
proud
time.
banners, the Rus catch sight of the enemy.
The Rus? Is that the Russians? They just call the Russians the Rus. That's racist.
Yeah, that's what they were called. That's what they were called.
That's racist, man.
These Mongols have just reduced the mighty Islamic Khwarezmian Empire to burning heaps of corpses and chased its wretched king into the Caspian Sea. They've come north under commanders Subutai and Jebe to scout and make war in uncharted lands.
My favorite thing about this story is that they set up the burning bodies, right? But the burning bodies weren't it. There were soldiers who were going cross country, and they would see what they thought were snow-capped hills, and they walked towards it to see if, because that's where you would get fresh water. You would go and just scoop up some fucking, and it wasn't snow-capped fucking hills. It was bones. Fields of fucking bones.
Everyone. Just killed everyone. Hey, I see this country over there. Yeah, you see them? I don't really like them. Why do I like them? They looked at me wrong one day. Let's go kill them all.
I did hear, though, under his rule, if you were anywhere in the Mongol Empire, there was freedom of religion. He didn't fucking give a fuck who you worshipped.
I mean, yeah, sure. Things are pretty good when you're under the control of a warlord, and as long as you're sided with that warlord and you like yourself being controlled by that warlord.
And they said godless hordes, so he was like, I don't know if Genghis Khan himself was an atheist, but he didn't give a shit, apparently, what other people did.
Yeah, go worship your gods as long as you kill and pillage for me. Let's go.
A young Kievan Rus prince called Danilo leads his men across the river. In a rash charge through clouds of arrows.
Ooh, that guy got fucking impaled.
Epic.
Holy shit.
Got javelined.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, whoever does the animation for this, that's why it takes them 6 months to do
What's
this.
up, Jonathan? Thanks for coming by. I actually personally texted him and said, hey, asshole. I didn't say anything, actually. I just sent him a link because he sent me a link to something we shot a long time ago.
What up, Jeezy?
Hey, John, do you remember when the laptop and camera was stolen in the back of the studio? That was a fun day. Dude,
wow.
It wasn't his fault. No, it was just a fun day.
What a depressing memory.
Hold on. It's funny, though, because we're shooting a short film, right? And I hear noise in the back of the studio, and I yell, yo, quiet on the set, thinking there's a PA back there. But no, we were getting robbed. I was telling the robbers to be quiet.
Shit, dude.
I didn't realize the door was open to the back of the stage, and there was no PA standing there.
So it was just somebody testing doorknobs.
No, they slid the door. It was a sliding door. They slid the door open, grabbed this laptop from the producer and my DSLR camera, and left. Just walked out the door. And I actually had a music video I shot on that camera that I never had a chance to transfer to a hard drive.
Damn.
So I've shot a lot of stuff in my life, but I've had lots of bad luck with the footage. Lots of bad luck. I produced a film, and the director / writer kind of gave up on editing it. So I said, hey, send me this is years later. Hey, do you still have that movie on hard drive? Yeah, I have it. Send it to me. I'll edit it. I know how to edit. It might take a little time. Just send it to me. He sends it to me. I open up the package, plug it in. The hard drive crashes. I lose everything. Yeah, I'm not even joking. It was insane.
You know what? Similar story with me. I recorded an EP with my first band that I was pretty sure I had on my Mac, on my old iMac, right? And I had somebody retrieve all of my audio files off of it. And I also thought I had another band years later that I had recorded a demo, 2 songs. Out of that whole EP, and that EP was 7 songs long. And out of the 2-song demo I did with the other band, only 1 song was left that I could find on the thumb drive after retrieving everything. And that Mac is gone.
That is fucking stressful.
Yeah, I have a CD from said band, the first band, the EP, and it doesn't work. There was one. It sucked. When we got them pressed. It was we had 500 copies made, and there was probably 5 copies in the whole bunch that were blank. And I got one of them. And I think that was the one I didn't throw out. I think I threw out the wrong one years ago. Yep.
I found a, well, for those of you in the audience who are under the age of, pick a young, I don't know, before there were CD player, before there were MP3 players in cars,
20.
we would have a CD sheet. What would it be
If
called?
you're
A
younger
binder?
than 20, you had a CD
CD
binder.
binder.
Yeah, that
I
had
can't think of the words
pages.
because I'm stoned and tired. But
And
it was-
the discs would sit in the page. It'd be
I
four to
would
a
have,
page.
I would have like say like 40 different bands of CDs to go through, and then like years later, now I have an
Hundreds
iPod, an original iPod that's like 170 gig or some ridiculous amount. So I said, oh, I don't need any of these CDs anymore, and I throw them out. Threw out all my CD binders or whatever they're called. Then I go, wait a second. I had 3 demos for bands I was in, and DVDs for films I made in those fucking binders, and I threw them out.
Yeah.
I thought about it after I threw it out, and I was like, oh, who needs these CDs? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, what I did get those was a whole bunch of practice sessions from other bands. That was cool. Like I was like, all right, at least I got something. But the actual recordings, you know. But like I was in a band years later that I have all the material from them, and that's why I'm like tight about it. Like I still have the emails archived with the files that were emailed to me. I have the fucking the pre-production for it. I have everything from that last thing I recorded. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, nothing's gonna. I know who has the masters too, and I'm in contact with them. So you know what I mean? Like my old band members, I'm not really in contact with, and I think the only band member I thought that would have any sort of only had like 2 or 3 songs on a burnt disc because he had 0 copies left because he gave all of his out. He gave every copy he had out when we were promoting. Like whatever his share of the copies were, like we each got like 100.
I'm switching it up. We're not doing history. Sorry, I'm too tired and stoned right now to do that. So before we actually end the show,
okay,
I might have let's change the mood and watch some funny videos, I guess.
All right. Or do we have a dipshit of the week? Nobody's been a dipshit for a while. We haven't picked a dipshit.
Well, we definitely have dipshits, but it was too soon. Last episode was too soon to call them dipshit of the week.
Yeah.
But I think, hold on. I'm not going to show a picture, though. I got to respect it. But I have a dipshit. And you might say,
are we respecting people now, Mike?
Here's the dipshit. That was the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Sorry about this, guys, but the dipshits of the week are the people that went down in the submarine to see the Titanic.
Yes.
Last episode was a little too soon because they weren't 100% confident they were dead, quite sure yet, but now we know they're dead. And they went down there basically in a freaking tin can. And, like, if you have that much money and you're charging someone $250,000 to go see the Titanic, I better be in a fucking one of those alien Tic Tacs you see in the sky. That's what I'm saying. You have to be
Mike. 250,000. Okay, now look at it this way. Everybody's been saying that it's more dangerous to go down that far in the ocean than it is to take one of those fucking Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk trips around the earth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
More dangerous.
It's safer to go to space. It's safer to go to space than it is under the ocean. That being said, how much does it cost you to go to space? $5 million, right?
Yeah.
To sit in on one of those flights.
And these guys could have afforded it. All of them. Well, you gotta remember, the CEO of the company went down there too.
Mike, $250,000 to do something that's more dangerous than flying in space?
In a tin can controlled by hold on.
A Logitech Xbox remote.
Where the fuck is it?
It's a Logitech Xbox remote.
I was gonna get my PlayStation remote. Not even a real PlayStation remote, not even a real Xbox remote, but an aftermarket Logitech remote.
Yes. Now I've had Logitech remotes for my old PlayStations.
I do feel bad for the 19-year-old. No, I feel bad for the 19-year-old.
I feel bad for Logitech because I'm like, they're getting a bad rap right now.
So you don't feel bad for the 19-year-old.
We didn't format this thing for real submarines. They were video game submarines.
Guys.
What the fuck, dude?
But like,
you're rich
people. You're like,
it should have been, dude. That should have told you everything.
You might have been better off with an Atari joystick than a fucking Logitech remote.
They are dipshits, Mike, because they were like, wow, that's a deal. $250,000, you cheap fuck. No wonder they fucking died, because the guy was
that's
cutting
horrible.
around the corners.
We are so
They were
horrible.
told about the compromise in the fucking carbon fiber hull years ago, and people backed away and said, you know what? Every time you go down, you compromise the hull more and more. Eventually, it's going to crunch in on itself. Now, all those videos that you saw with those tankers imploding, where people were demonstrating what a tanker would look like imploding, doesn't even fucking touch what happened to this fucking sub. This sub imploded so quickly that it ignited. It went from 34 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Because it was near freezing, because the depths, it's really cold down there. Went from that to 3,000 degrees in 1/30th of a second because of the pressure and the quickness. It imploded like almost as quick, like on scale, as like a neutron star or a fucking black hole.
I was gonna say it was like a quarter of the temperature of the sun or something. It was close. It was like
and it flung all the rest of the side bits out, while the inside crunched and vaporized everybody inside. They were literally turned into ash chum in seconds. You know, so like, and for 250
chum.
Ash chum.
Oh, I just said ass chum. I'm like, what the fuck is
Well,
ass chum?
ash chum. The dipshits. So dipshit of the week, the ash chum.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's
to brighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Now I'm like depressed. Not really. But.
Damn it! I'm out of iced tea. Fuck.
Okay, let's see if I can share a video. Let's see what's this. Oh, great, my like personal fucking. Never mind.
What's up with this guy?
Let's see.
Dutch flag pillow.
So French flag is $15.99. The Dutch flag's $9.99.
Euro.
I kind of skipped this one, but clearly you're not gonna.
Out of pretzels.
Put this pretzel in the background.
Right lane must right left. Happy birthday on it. Thank you. Lemons. Perfect for orange juice.
I think you have to be stoned to enjoy this, because like if you're not high right now, you're not gonna enjoy this.
No, dude, it's fucking. I can't believe
you're smoking.
These are real. These are real fuck ups, though. These are real, right?
Lemons, perfect for orange.
Mistakes are proof you are roast
Garbage.
beef and criminalized onion relish.
That's a gangster sandwich. That's a gangster fucking sandwich.
I feel bad for the person that fucked up caramelized with criminalized.
Mice, $1. Notice, touch the glass. Beware, jumping gay walrus.
What? That's not a real sign. Somebody switched the sign. I think. Oh, dude. You know what?
What?
This is sort of inspiring me to do something.
What's that?
I've been running past something. I go, you know, jogging maybe 3-4 times a week. I take, you know, I try to do my 10,000 steps real quick, and in an hour and a half, and I walk past this sign in my neighborhood every day. And I've been getting ideas, and I think I got an idea. I'm going to surprise you with something.
It says beware, jumping gay walrus.
No, it says something, and I'll show you what it says.
Is happy? Is that walrus happy, or is it like,
it's just
jumping after other?
It's just no, Mike. Let's just put it this way: it's just a sign that I've been noticing lately that I feel needs alteration. And I'm going to send you personally. I'm going to send you a before and after picture of the sign.
Committing a crime on live TV.
I don't. What I'm doing will be reversible. Let's just put it that way.
All right, here's one more. Let's see. I just want to let you know. I don't know about. Oh wait, let's X that out. That's a little personal. Sorry, guys. Not really. I played Time Crisis 2. Have you played Time Crisis 2?
I played Time Crisis 1.
Okay, well.
I'm old.
Here you go. This is gangster.
This is living life.
No, totally not realistic at all, but like gangster, John Wick style.
Jesus Christ. It's Jason Bourne.
Jesus Christ. So Time Crisis is not an easy game, but It's not that
That
hard.
was hard with two players. It
The
was hard.
Tomb Raider game is nearly fucking impossible because you
Remember
you,
House of the Dead? House
yes,
of the
I
Dead
love
2.
House of the Dead. I love
House of the Dead 2.
I
You
almost
couldn't-
beat House
you-
of the Dead 2, I think.
I couldn't get past the second level without a third person. And then you can make it to like level 6 or 7. And I never made it to the end of that shit. And that was fun. I was frequenting a bar that had it, and it was the shit. That was the best bar game. Fuck that Deer Hunter game that everybody has. Fuck that shit. Or they had was it Time Crisis? What was it called? Time Crisis?
Time Crisis, yes. This made me laugh. And now that I'm really high, it might make me laugh even more.
Want to eat this cake with me?
Fuck it, let's do it.
Whoa, man, what do you mean?
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it together.
I don't want to do it.
Then why'd you ask me to eat it with you?
I just want to eat it.
Fuck it.
Bro, stop, man. You're scaring me.
You don't want to do it together?
I'm not into you that way, bro.
Whoa, what are you talking about, bro?
I just want to eat the cake.
I feel like we want the same thing.
Why are you trying to fuck the cake?
What?
I want to eat the cake. You want to fuck it.
No, I'm saying fuck it, let's eat it.
Can we just like eat the majority of it and then you can fuck it?
The fuck?
Why do you want to fuck the cake?
What?
I don't understand what you want. Hey man, you want to eat this cake with me?
Fuck it, let's do
That
it.
shit's mad funny. I was like, yo, I didn't know what he was getting at until he said, why do you want to fuck the cake? And I was like, oh, that's what he was saying the whole time.
Fuck it, let's do it.
He's like,
What?
fuck it, let's do it. That's why grammar is so important, Mike.
Is it though?
So you know the difference between him just saying it, excitedly expletive, like, fuck it, let's do it. Or fuck it, let's do it. Like, fuck it, like the cake. Like, fuck the cake.
Sorry, I'm looking for something else. I used to follow these guys called FND Films, and they were just like a bunch of college dudes making videos and like short films. And then they all got old like we did, and then they're like, yeah, guys, we're old now, so like we can't keep making videos for free, so we're going to start making real movies. So like, sorry.
Did they make real movies?
I mean, it's all good now on Blu-ray, so they're making, I guess, something.
They'll make a movie.
Well, like, they have lots of funny videos, and like,
At least it's not that fake woke shit that that they just make for content.
Like, what's fake woke shit?
Like they'll have oh man, there's this one. They all look like public service PSAs, but they're not.
Do you
They're
remember
like practice films for filmmakers, but it would be like black kid has like racist encounter at the playground, and like it'd be like it'd turn into some like crazy over exaggerated like the white family threatening the black family kind of shit.
They don't do that. No. They make
But I'm
comedy
saying
skits.
a lot of film, but these things are laughable. Like the acting's horrible.
Yes, I've seen some. Yes, they're really, really horrible and terrible and
like it almost bad on purpose. And I'm like, they gotta know that they're making garbage, like, and that the dialogue is shit, and nobody's trying to alter or like do anything to improve it, and they're just reading off of what's like on a piece of paper, and most of them are like non-actors at all, but are trying to be actors, but it's just one like production group like that does it, but it's all for practice. Like they just do it like just
It's the same people. I'm telling you, conspiracy.
Yes.
It's the same people that are responsible for faking Sandy Hook.
I'm shocked, Michael. I'm shocked.
Oh, come on. What's up? Hey, where you going? Come on, where you going? You love this. You love this. I fucking hate you.
Do you remember the Mentos video?
Yeah, Mentos freshness.
No, the fake Mentos video. The skit. It's like a. Okay, we'll watch this.
I remember the Foo Fighters video.
No, hold on.
Do you know these guys?
No, like they just heard the music and came in. Whoever these are, we don't give a shit. We're drinking them all.
They're being dickbags. We should kick them out.
What? No, we're not gonna say anything to them. You crazy?
Why?
Dude, they have tap out stuff on. They know MMA. They can squash us like bugs.
I'm saying something.
Go, fine. Go, I'm staying back here, and that doesn't make me less of a man.
It does. They're downplaying each other. Right.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what?
Hey, you gotta go.
Oh, really? Because this is my house, so off with you.
It's not. It's my place.
Oh, this is your house. All right, all right. Well, if you want me out, you're gonna have to make me tap out.
I don't know if there's people that like this that actually exist.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think it's.
All right, let's fight.
You want to fight me? What, you crazy? Can't you read, my man?
Your shirt doesn't mean shit.
Fucking fight already! Hey, one at a time, all right? Shut it right now. Let's not forget what the shirt says. It says tap out.
Look, dude, I got a herniated disc and my dad's a lawyer. So if you touch me at all, I will sue the fuck out of you, alright?
What you gonna do, bitch?
I still want to fight.
After what we just said?
Yes.
All right, you want to fight? You want to fight? I've been ready for a fight. Come on, put him up. Put him up. It's your funeral, my man.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm right here. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm here.
All right, Troy, get the door. Hey, come on, pussy. Where you going now? Where the hell you going? Oh, and look at you running. Pussy!
So the Mentos, this is the Mentos one. This is the same group of people, but this is much funnier and it's older. This is like the first thing that got them famous. Can't believe you don't remember it, but
What year? What year? You got to give me a year.
Yeah, dude, I saw you. It was insane.
see, they're mad young.
That chick was all over you.
It's not the same exact
Yeah, I
people. I
know.
think the other guys, main guys, were behind the
Check out
camera.
those chicks.
Maybe I remember this.
Yeah, bro. Ask her out. This
Ask
is
her
the perfect
out. It's
moment.
the perfect
You've been waiting
moment.
all your life for this.
You think so?
Yes. Go for it.
Look at the helmet on that kid's head.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Wish me luck, guys.
Wish me luck, guys.
Hey, Stacy. Do you want to go
So
out?
grainy.
It's old. Yeah, it's old.
Kid definitely looks like he has autism. Just saying.
Watch, just watch.
Yeah, all right.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
That was good.
Yep.
That
Oh,
was really
man.
good.
Just decks her in the face. Oh my god.
That was good. It seems like, though, in the newer one, they sort of, like, got soft, because that's edgy.
Well, no, there's that. I just picked a random one. They have like literally like 4,000 videos. I just picked a random one. It wasn't that good. They have one
What year was that? That had to be early aughts, like
I saw that
2005.
early 2000s for sure. And then,
How did I miss this?
because they were never really big YouTubers. I mean, where's their channel?
Because that's
Like
what
they're
I
old.
was.
They've been around for a long time, but they haven't. They have.
I've been watching videos on YouTube.
Subscribers.
I remember like the first time I like went on YouTube and like typed it in like the URL like in 2005 maybe 2004. I've been watching shit on YouTube ever since, like forever and ever and ever. And I don't remember seeing it back then. And that looks like around the time, like maybe that was like 03.
So this video, this is gonna be
The
the last
jacket,
one before we end the show.
What was that?
but-
What was that jacket? The spider? What was it? The spider jacket?
Yeah, the spider jacket was popular.
They don't make that anymore, right?
They do. It's you can get it at Marshalls. Is it Marshalls that's the cheap one for dirt cheap? I have one. I got one from Kohl's for cheap. Was it Kohl's or it was one of those places?
It's like when when Airwalk went the like the Payless
But like
route,
if you
right?
want to get the new ones, I think they're expensive as fuck. Still.
Oh, okay. So the brand is still expensive.
So me and John, as much as everyone else in the world or not everyone else in the world. I'm just gonna say it instead of rambling on, guys. I'm so sorry. The movie Requiem for a Dream has disturbing movie if you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it,
Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah,
it's a classic. It's a classic.
I actually knew his mother, knew her because I used to exterminate her house, which is not really anything. I exterminated Aronofsky's house. No, it makes no sense. It doesn't matter. It's just funny random fact. But anyway,
Jared Leto is best, and Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he was almost nominated for best supporting actor. For
it was such a good movie, but that song at the end in the movie. I said to John, you could put that music behind any scene and that becomes epic no matter what. You could be riding a bike. You could be riding a bike and it's the most epic.
Intense.
You could be walking and then these guys did this video. It's the same group of people.
In the city, 3 college kids will experience a day unlike any other. It would be the most dramatically normal day of their lives.
Why is the TV still on? I can't find the remote!
Why is there water pouring off his face? He's waiting for the train. He missed the train. Eating pizza. He's making his bed.
You ever feel like this is the most dramatic day of your life?
All the time. That was old too. That was like
it was alright.
2000s.
I like that one, the Punch Out one with the Mentos. That was.
Yeah, no, that's God tier right there. That one's like their best. That's their best. Like if you don't expect it coming, you never saw it before. You like,
dude.
New Apartment, is that the name of the video you tell me to watch it on?
On their.
I think so.
Is this one of their videos?
I think I remember it. I definitely showed Jonathan this. I think I spent nights watching this with him. That sounds weird, but it was like he was crashing at my place because we worked at the studio together. So and we both going in at 7 a.m. So it made sense for him to just crash
and watch videos high as fuck.
Oh, you bet. Is this it? This is it. It's a newer one, sort of. It looks like. All right, this will be the last video before the night's over.
Let's see what they got nowadays.
It's
more
newer,
polished.
but not that. It's still 14 years old, by the way. It's still 14 years old. But it's newer. Sorry, I clicked the button.
The wood paneling is new, and we just finished painting all the walls.
Cool.
And here's our dining room table. It kind of fits in with the whole family room.
Jeez, this is great, and it's so close to school, so that's a big plus.
Totally. Yeah. Hey, Bud, your ad didn't mention a price.
Yeah, price. How about $18 a month plus utilities? How's that sound?
No, really. What's the price?
Yeah, $18 should cover it. Plus, you get to keep the furniture too.
Bud, you're not serious.
Jeez, there must be something you're not telling us.
Nope.
This is the last of it?
Awesome. Dude, I still can't get over how cheap this place is.
I know, I can't believe we were able to move in the next day.
You know, it's almost like, I feel there should be a catch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a hidden room with creepy music in the background.
I don't think he did. Did you just see something?
Huh? You get my message? Yeah, it was a bloody fetus.
A bloody
No,
fetus?
no, it had 8 legs. It was crawling, doing this little dance on the ceiling. And then the wall started to cry.
The walls.
Vin saw something
started
too.
to
Vin,
cry.
what'd you see? It was a little girl or something.
It was a little girl popping and locking down our goddamn hallway. Alright, this place is haunted. I'm not staying here anymore.
Yeah, I think he's overreacting a little bit.
I'll see how you react when you find my dead, dried up corpse in the fucking bathtub.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, bud. I'll get back to you. Alright, bye.
This place is a portal to hell. There's goddamn demons and shit living with us.
Just give it one more day.
Fucking idiot.
No, dude. No, I'm not doing this. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Hey, I'm Aaron.
Demon, nice to meet you.
That's Vin, my roommate. He's kind of scared about all the stuff that's been going on.
Hey man, I'm sorry about the theatrics, you know, it's just, shit, I'm a demon. I do shit like that.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's cool.
So, I don't know. You guys like to party?
Takata.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? Fuck yeah, dude. If you guys aren't busy, come on over right now, man. I just got a kegerator installed.
Shit, yeah, man, let's do it.
Hell yeah, man. I got a pong table, some demon sluts are coming over.
Whoa. Are they hot?
I get it, dude. Hot, cause it's in hell. You're fucking funny. Let's go get shit-faced. See you later, you pussy buzzkill. Come on.
He was lying! He was lying! No!
That was alright. It's not going to top that girl getting punched in the face, though.
No, that was incredible. Well, they kind of went with, they got a little, yes, like you said, a little mainstream, so you can't really, like, you know.
Be that edgy.
That was edge.
You can't just like punch another girl in the face.
A movie did that. The Way of the Gun. Have you ever heard of The Way of the Gun? I think it's Benicio del Toro and Ryan Felipe.
I've heard of it. I didn't watch it.
And the opening scene, quickly, you look exhausted too. Opening scene, quickly, is they come out of like a club or a bar or something, and they're sitting on, a hot girl and a guy come out of a bar in a club, and Ryan Felipe and but the two characters, Ryan Felipe and Benicio
del Toro,
are sitting like on top of his fancy sports car. So he's like, hey, look at these people on my car. And she goes, hey, get off the car. And she's like, you got to go kick their asses. And then they walk up to them, and she's like, asshole, I said get off the fucking car. And Ryan Felipe turns and just decks her in the face. And like mad hard, and she falls to the floor. It was incredible.
Well, I watched a movie today with Jennifer Lawrence in the movie theater where she gets kicked in her naked pussy while she's fighting with 3 people who are jacking her shit on a beach.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What movie's that?
What was it called? It's called, it just came out. Fuck. Hold on. I got the tickets. I'll tell you right now. It was called, hold on. Oh, No Hard Feelings. It's a comedy. It was pretty funny. There were a couple funny parts in the movie that were like had me rolling. And that's when she got kicked. She got kicked right in the fucking. She got cunt punted.
Hey, yeah, you get up. What are you retarded? Get off the fucking car.
This movie's old.
Is that Sarah Silverman? That's
Is
Sarah
it?
Silverman. Yeah.
That's epic. Hey, fuck suck. I saw this in theaters too.
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
Fuck start her head.
I've never seen this.
Fuck start her head. Do something, dude. The guy, you don't.
You're gonna wish you never fucking got up this morning, asshole, because my boyfriend's gonna fuck you up. And then after that, while he's fucking up
This is clearly a '90s movie or early 2000s.
Very 90s.
your cock and mail it to your mother, you fucking faggot bitch. Gaylord fucking bitch. How do you like that? You like that a lot? You fucking faggot? You like to ass fuck? Fontanella fucking baby head fuck? Go ahead. You like to fuck baby heads? You like to fuck boys? He's gonna fuck you in the ass. How do you like that? He's not even gay, but he'll do it just to fuck.
Honey, she's got a big mouth, but she's not kidding. I'm gonna whip you silly, and I'm gonna fuck you stupid. You wanna do the man dance? First dance is yours.
Oh man.
So you should watch the movie. The actual movie is a good movie. It's kind of ridiculous though, the shit that happens in that movie. But like, it gets gangster because they like try to double cross a drug lord and it becomes a big gunfight and they're
I
getting
don't know why
shot.
I've never seen this. You ever hear like somebody tells you about a movie, you're like, why haven't I fucking seen this movie already?
I've seen so many fucking movies though.
No, me too, but I've never seen that one.
I've seen so many fucking movies.
We're gonna go into the abyss now. Is this how we're gonna exit?
Exit to the Matrix.
Into
Oh wait,
the
when's that
abyss
gonna
now?
change? Doesn't that change? Shouldn't that background change? It's gonna change right now.
It's
Watch,
all gonna start changing again. It's gonna start changing again.
Whoa.
It's just gonna start changing again, Mike, and again and again and again.
Jesus, I don't know what to do. Whoa.
And again, Mike, and again, Mike. It's
Thanks
start
for watching
changing
the Dumbfounded
again,
Dishes
again and again.
podcast. We have entered the Matrix, and please watch us next time.
Again,
Thank
and
you.
again,
Have a good night. Say goodbye,
again,
Ryan, 'cause I'm ending this.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
It's not working.